how does Egypt's denunciation of Israeli actions align with its strategic goals for regional stability and its relationships with Western and Islamic nations?
Of course, Egypt is one of the foundations of the Arab nation. Egypt's stance is firm on the matter. The scenery in Gaza has been devastating. Cairo has been leading international efforts to put an end to the devastation and catastrophe in Gaza. Egypt has been long acting as a safe place for Palestinians. Egypt has been denouncing Israeli actions since the beginning of the war, and before that. We want the aid convoys to enter and the aid to flow in. We saw Egypt's participation with Arab or Islamic nations in these international efforts. We want now to voice our opinion to the international community. We want them to move and put a stop to the ongoing Israeli aggression. That's why we had the meeting today, Dr. Badr Abdul Ati, with representatives from the Arab and Islamic countries in Jeddah.
So, to what extent can Egypt's diplomatic initiatives compel Israel to permit unrestricted humanitarian aid during the conflict?
Egypt's stance, despite the Israeli barricades, we resume helping Palestinians and getting the aid convoys in. And as the Egyptian Minister of Foreign Affairs previously said at the meeting that was held today in Jeddah, we have approximately 550 tons of humanitarian aid that entered. That's why Egypt's stance is on securing the Palestinians' food security and safety. We also are conducting several initiatives for the same purposes.
So sir, I want to ask you, allow me to interrupt you, but in what ways could Egypt's demands for prisoner releases and ceasefire agreements impact the humanitarian situation and political landscape of conflict?
Egypt is one of the states. Egypt is one of the most knowledgeable and understandable states in the region of the Israeli mindset. Since 2014, we have seen how the Israelis move, and we tried to change the equation there. In November 2023, we doubled down our diplomatic efforts to put an end to the ongoing conflict. And as we can see now, there is a change that looms in the horizon. A ceasefire might be possible, and maybe a permanent deal.
And what regional security consequences might arise from Israeli settlement expansion in the West Bank concerning the two-state solution and, of course, the overall peace efforts?
Egypt has long warned since day one of the E1 Israeli strategy. We warned that they aim to expand and annex more lands. And we have been denouncing the Israeli stances. As our foreign minister said today, with his in his meeting with Faisal bin Farhan, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Saudi Arabia, that Egypt is willing to put an end, along with its Arab and Islamic collaborators and other nations to the Israeli annexation plans and settlement expansion plans in the West Bank and in Gaza.